Hello. I'm making a video in the garden. It might start raining any moment, but I absolutely love being here with my baby dog. And the hedge looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. I trimmed it yesterday. It looks fantastic. Yes, it looks fantastic. Look how fantastic that hedge looks. This is a beautiful English laurel. Ah, beautiful English laurel. And I trimmed it yesterday. That was hard work. I trimmed the back garden and the front garden. Yard, real small. Small lot. This is a small lot. We're selling the big house now, so then we're gonna be here in the small house, and I have no idea how we're gonna manage this, but hopefully we're gonna buy a large land piece, and then we have more space. And I want to have my own large greenhouse, 100 feet by 30 feet. I like space. I like lots and lots of space. Mental space and physical space. It's my dream to have a real huge home. That is my dream. That must be so incredibly nice. And I want to have dogs in that home, and I would much rather rescue a dog than get from a breeder. Much rather. With the European Basset Hound, I don't know if that's gonna happen, so we'll see. But I also want to rescue a cow and a horse and a pig, so I want to rescue those as well, and I want them to live with me in the large commercial greenhouse. So that'll be a dream come true. I want all of us to sleep together on one humongous straw bale, self-made camp or something. So self-made nest for all of us. That would be so nice. Made out of straw bales that are grounded to the ground. So when we sleep at night, we're getting grounded from Mother Earth, the grounding energy, this amazing electronic grounding that comes through the earth and goes into anything that is made out of carbon or made out of minerals, water, metal, anything that conducts. So, and our body needs that, really needs that for our well-being, for our health. It's very important. And can you imagine sleeping a whole night while being grounded? So that's really my dream, because right now, whether we are here in this house or in the other house, we are not grounded. Our beds are not grounded. So they stand on rubber feet and kind of like rollers and stuff like this. And then the floor itself is not grounded. The floor itself is made out of different materials. I think they made them out of wood, which I'm against, because I'm against cutting trees. But then they put some kind of linoleum floor on top of that, which insulates it again. So it's not the perfect grounding experience at all. So I want to be grounded at all times. For example, right now I sit outside here because I like the energy. I like these, what they call negative ions that are in the air. So there is some grounding energy happening through very water saturated air, very, very moist air, which we have here. But that's still not enough because I sit here on a chair that's not grounded, and then I have boots on with rubber soles that are not grounded. So most shoes have rubber soles, and we have to have rubber soles, of course, because they protect our feet. They're very strong, they have traction, we can go hiking with them. It's very important, but they're not grounding us. So that's why Birkenstock, for example, they make shoes for physicians that are running around in a hospital all day long on those plastic floors. They make Birkenstock white shoes for physicians that have a grounding pole going through the sole, some kind of grounding material that is made out of a mineral metal rubber mix, and that is there on the heel, or I don't know, somewhere around the heel. That is where that is like a round spot of that grounding material that goes all the way from the foot all the way down to the bottom. So, but then they're still not getting grounded because they're running around in that hospital on plastic floors. So it doesn't really do much unless they will change hospitals and make them grounded. So that would be a whole lot better. That would also help people heal faster, a whole lot faster, if people could not be insulated away from Mother Earth. Okay, so that would be really, really good. A lot of stuff needs to be reformed. A lot of stuff needs to be reformed. I'm dreaming of reforming my own life, and I talk about reforming the whole world that we live in, whether that's here on Earth or beyond. So we can get grounded on Mars as well. So Mars offers the same opportunity as well as the moon or any kind of mass that we fall onto in terms of gravitational field, gravity pulling towards. Could be an asteroid, the other, they don't have very much gravity, so, but a little bit. So an astronaut would sort of bounce against that, but then bounce off again, but would probably stay on that asteroid rather than floating off. Okay, so depends on the size, of course. The larger the mass of rock and minerals and metals that are in it, the larger the accumulation of that mass, the stronger is the gravity, of course. So Mars is going to have less gravity than here on Earth. That's probably much more pleasant. So I can imagine it would be much more pleasant. We would be like a third lighter. That would be so nice. I would only weigh 190 pounds or something, 185. That's still enough. That's still plenty. So, but I mean, we can still walk and everything, but we're much lighter. So that would be nice. And jumping up and down on that trampoline or whatever, whatever Pete here and I would be jumping up and down on the trampoline. We could do this on Mars and it would be more pleasant. We wouldn't be pulled down with so much force to this planet that is very large. And then can you imagine going to a planet that's even larger than the Earth? So I can't even imagine how that must be feeling. That must be very, very, very heavy in every way, physically and mentally, probably too. I think the physical heaviness also is tied in with psychological heaviness. I believe that. That is one package. And that brings me to the subject of cluster B and criminality, as always. And I'm trying to figure out what in the world could make people become like that. What is it that makes people become like that? It must be that they have a different brain. The brain formation is different. And that's very difficult for me to accept, sort of. I don't know why it's so difficult. It goes against the Martin Luther, the German monk, Martin Luther in around 1500, who invented the evangelical church, and we have been subliminally subjected to that. I mean, my whole life. My brother too, my parents, so they think they are outside of it. We think we're not in any way drawn into this. But we are subliminally, we are in a roundabout way drawn into this way of thinking, because we have been exposed to this from day one. And I believe that goes much further also into past lives, and it goes also into our ancestry as well. The ancestry that can actually pass that on through DNA. Believe it or not, you can inherit your evangelical Christian belief genetically. That it goes that far, those kind of things, It's sad. It's sad to think about that. God. But I'm working hard on rewriting my neuronal connections, for sure, and rewriting my own DNA in that way. So I work very hard on that, because I want nothing to do with the evangelical church. Okay? Absolutely nothing. And I want nothing to do with any religion. I like Gautama Buddha, but the religions that have come out of that, created by other people, of course, not by Gautama Buddha. Okay? He didn't want a religion to be made out of it. But other people do it. They always do that. It's what Sri Krishnamurti said. Somebody has some pure thoughts and some mental stillness and some clarity and some insights, and then that person passes that on to others. They go like, that sounds true, and then the next thing is all of these people are starting to make a religion out of it. The priests get in, he said, and then the whole thing is finished. So, yeah, that's what happens. It's the priests and the egos. They get a hold of something and they twist it, because they don't really understand it to the core. They don't understand mental clarity at its purest form. That is what it is. It is not the purest form of it. The purest form is that what it is. That is mental. Mental clarity is pure. And it's very difficult, and I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone for falling back into addictions and all kinds of thoughts and thinking processes and thinking about dualistic things and me versus the other and division and all of that kind of thinking. It happens automatically to us. It just happens. And it seems so incredibly insurmountable. But that's why it's important to take time every day, sit down on the couch or outside. The best is to sit down in a forest and just sit there and do nothing. Sit there and just observe without thinking, there's a rat coming up to you, and you don't go like, oh, a rat, I have a rat, the rat's gonna chew my shoe sole. No, don't. No, just let the rat come up. Yes. And the rat will say, hi, I like your shoe sole. Can I gnaw on it? And you go, okay, whatever. I am chilling right now. You can go for my shoe. It's okay. I don't recommend you eating plastic, but whatever you want to do, So just sit there and meet that other living being without thinking, without panicking, without all of these ideas that we collected about certain animals or species of plants or whatever. Like there's an oak tree, there's a butterfly bush, a lilac, and then immediately we put words into it, oh, this functions like this. Why don't we just sit there and do nothing? There's a rat, okay. I don't even want to give this rat a species name. There's a being, a living being, and I say hi. And guess what happens? That rat is not even going to chew on your foot or shoe, or the rat is not even going to panic. The rat is gonna be perplexed about this. Like, huh? That's nice that that person is feeling me. Feel the pig. Feel this pig in the slaughterhouse. I feel you. I feel you 100%. I feel your panic, your terror, the terror in your eyes, the discomfort, the horror, the sores in the gestation crate. You can't turn around for 4 years. You get artificially inseminated. You give birth in that gestation crate. You nurse the babies in the gestation crate. Once in a while, a baby piglet will go through these crate bars and visit his mother in prison and walk on top of her and lie down on top of her to say, I'm here, we're going through this together. I'm here with you. I feel you. You can feel me. But the farmer or the farmers or the employees, they don't feel anything. It's heartbreaking for me, absolutely heartbreaking, because I feel it. I feel all of this. And it is unthinkable for me how someone can walk by there and allow some atrocity like this to happen. Allow a living being in that gestation crate for several years to be suffering with sores. They're also like fed a whole lot, so they actually break their own ribs because they can never even turn around. The suffering and the pain. Then they get antibiotics, probably pain medicine. What kind of existence is that? And you feed into it. You cater into that life cycle of suffering. The Buddhists call it samsara. You cater into it if you buy that meat, if you buy their products, or if you even go to a party and eat pig meat, or drink cow milk, or whatever, or eat cow meat. You feed into it. Yeah. There are some Buddhist monks that will say, I don't buy any of this, but if someone offers it to me, I will take it, we Buddhists, whatever, thank you, everything is good. No, it's not. It's not good, okay? And if you accept that meat or the cow milk, you Buddhist monk or whoever you are, you feed into that cycle of suffering. Okay? And that's my message to the Dalai Lama, who is probably doing all of these things. And not only that, he even thinks it is okay to test on animals, and then he has some kind of cop-out excuse for it. If that serves many and many thousands, millions of animals, that research, then he's okay with the laboratory full of animals suffering. So, no. That's not love. Sorry, it's not love. I did this character test, and yes, I know he's pushing against the computer with his nose. Yes, you are pushing against the computer, and I know you would like to turn this off now, the video, but I am sitting on the chair and you are there he is. He is already. There he is. Standing up and hugging my arm like this. Yes. Oh, he wants to get the Velociraptor now. Yes. What is it? You have a look on your face that says, come on now. That's what the look on his face is. Come on now. I need your attention now. I don't want you spending time with that computer. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby doll. I'm sorry. I will spend time with you next. Okay, we will do it. I will get grounded with you, okay, and then I will do more artwork and make rhododendron tea, and then I will go on my couch and we get set up for the evening. So it is 5:48 now. It is Thursday, September 1, 2022. Yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, yeah, it's not okay. What the Dalai Lama is saying, not okay. It's not okay to brush all of that off and put it into some kind of all is good drawer or something. No, it's not good. It's not good at all. So I did this character test, and it turned out I am a full-blown battle axe. Okay, and my friend Rita too. And no, don't do that. He's completely bored. He is completely bored, and that's why he's doing that now. Baby dog, don't do that. There's wire in there. Don't do that. Completely bored. And he needs action. Anything that makes loud sounds and that falls and stuff, that is exciting. That is, oh my goodness, he's going all the way in there now. Oh my gosh, baby dog, what are you doing? Don't do that. That's not good. Don't do that. So, and the reason why the character test turned out to be don't. Shh. No. Baby dog, no. 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 He's getting the raptors now. Yes, the Velociraptor tourist. Yes, that is what he's getting now. So, anyway, the character test, it had questions like, and of course, the character test was designed by people with specific opinions. And yeah, you can have that one. You can have, he's gonna chew that up. He's gonna crack that all up. It's okay. He thinks this is something that he's not allowed to have, but I let him have this. So anyway, these people with these character tests, they were designed by people that already have some kind of idea about things. They're not coming from a tabula rasa. They're not coming from a completely new way of looking at things. So they already have in mind, like, if you don't help the people in the train, like with those dilemma situations that we have in philosophy, there's this famous dilemma situation that people have invented. If you're on top of a bridge and there's a train coming that goes under the bridge, okay, and you know that a mile away or two away there's a disaster happening on that on that train rail, and a mile away past the bridge, like the train goes under the bridge and then goes a couple of miles and then ends up going against a wall that had fallen down or something, and that would then probably kill hundreds or thousands of people. So you are on top of the bridge together with a fat man, and you know that this is the fate of that train, and you don't have a walkie-talkie to get in touch with the train driver. So knowing that if you do nothing, the train is gonna go against that. He's coming up. So the train is gonna run against that wall and fall over, and then it could damage or hurt a lot of people or animals even that might be in the train, and that's a horrible thought. So, or you could no, don't do it, don't, baby dog, no. Or you could push that fat man onto the train rail right before the train gets there, and then that fat man will bring that train to a stop. So there are a lot of people that will say, no, baby dog, no, I'm getting mad now. No, baby dog, no, baby dog, no, Elon, no, absolutely not. You cannot have, no. He does that now because he wants my full attention. He wants my full attention. And the other thing, he's already chopped up into pieces. Now he's going. Baby dog, no. That's when you have to have an electronic collar on and press the beat. Paul's gonna press the button. No, he's gonna press the button. No. No. Oh, God. What I need is I have to have a spray bottle out here. Well, those are active dogs, as you can see. Those are very active dogs, okay? So think about this first before you adopt a Staffordshire, American Staffordshire Terrier. Think about that very, 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 very thoroughly. Because they will get a velociraptors, and they will destroy a lot of stuff. Because they need stimulation of the mind. I see he has so much fun with this. I cannot take that away from him. He has a lot of fun with it. He has so much fun with that. That he deserves to have fun. I know this whole thing is gonna get completely demolished, but the fun is worth it, in my view. So, yeah, don't hurt yourself on it. Don't hurt yourself on it. Yes, that was good. Also, it's nice to throw an apple, like if an apple had fallen already and animals had eaten on it, then you can throw an apple like a ball. He likes to run after apples and bring them back and play with them and stuff. Sometimes he eats them. So, and you can also cut a branch, like if a branch had fallen, only if a branch had fallen in a storm, then you can cut that into smaller pieces, like foot-long pieces, and then you can offer that to your dog, and then the dog will chew on that and chew that all up, and that is so much fun. Yes, that. Oh my goodness. Gosh. Brutal. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Paul is probably gonna get real mad at me for this, but he has so much fun with this. I can't take that away from him. That is too exciting and stimulating for his mind. So, and body also. They need to play with things, and he really needs to have a playmate. He needs to have another Staffordshire to play with. Either a Staffordshire or a Bull Terrier or Bulldog. So one with the same type of body, athletic, muscular, and playful, and all of that. So he really needs one. And so Paul is already thinking that maybe in the future he's gonna get him a friend and rescue another one from the animal shelter, and I think that's great. So that would be really great for him to have a friend to play, and then they can run and run and run together, and that would be so much better. So he wants me to be his play friend, and then he will come running at me real fast and bruise me all up, my legs, my arms. Even one time he ran right against me, against my ribs, bruising my ribs. So I have to always curl into a ball and protect my breasts particularly. So yeah, for me this is not, obviously for my personal lifestyle, that is not the ideal dog. So just for me personally. So, but he is an ideal dog. He is in himself an ideal dog. Just that I don't think that someone over 50 is probably, depends, someone overweight, over 50, who's like, give me a break now, I need to retire. Then those dogs are not the ideal dog for you, obviously. So, but a European Basset Hound is. And so that's the case with me. That's why I need to have a European Basset Hound, because they're very easy dogs, very easy to manage and play with, and they don't bump into you. It's easier for me. So, but anyway, this character tests, they have these ethics test questions, and I guess some of them are pretty good, but then some of them where you can clearly see those people, they already have a preconceived idea about what is ethical and what is unethical. And maybe that what they view as ethical is not what I view as ethical, and vice versa. So, and what I view as unethical, they think is perfectly okay. So, and that's the case, unfortunately, with my life, and with the rest of, with most people in the world, So most people in the world have a different view. And then I see that even my brother, my parents, and I have still this Lutheran thing going through us, and at first glance we'll think it's like a knee-jerk reaction. We think, oh, thou shalt not do this. Oh, wait a minute, that's from Martin Luther. It's invalidated completely. Okay, it's like, that's not my philosophy. Okay? Like if Martin Luther would probably say, you have to push that fat man over onto the train track to save thousands of other people. And the Dalai Lama has this kind of idea, and when they do animal testing, that doesn't even do any good at all. That's just for the pharma industry. That's for some people to make a lot of money to patent some medications that are not even good for us. But let's say in the train scenario, so I would definitely not push the fat man over onto that train track, even if the situation, knowing that what's going to happen in 1 or 2 miles, and I can't alert that driver, then I would have to just let that train go its course and its fate. Because I'm not going to push a fat man over onto the train rail. If the fat man decides he wants to push himself over, then there's nothing I can do. I would try to talk him out of it even. I would say, don't. I'm here for you, I care about you. You deserve love. But most people seem to not believe in that perspective on things. And that comes, I'm sure that comes from religion. It comes from people like Martin Luther, who was full of shit, that man, full of crap. He has created mass wars, that man, in Germany. He has rallied people to murder people. I mean, that's a warmonger of epic proportions. It's a dictator, completely crazy. But people made a religion out of it, follow that religion ardently to this day, and think it's somehow good. They don't even know the history of this, what he has done to the Vatican, to the popes, the Medici popes that were in the Vatican at that time. The only popes that have contributed anything good to religion, and like really looking at it close up, they weren't even religious. They just happened to be in such a clergy type of elevated position, and they thought, let's make the best out of that position and offer some art and love and science to the world. And that's what they did. They were friends with Galileo Galilei. They were friends with scientists. Okay, they were friends with artists, with great musicians. They wanted to offer beauty and expansion and growing and healing and learning to the world. And that wasn't okay with some people. And it's sad. It's very sad. So that was around 1500. Nothing has changed in this regard at all. Okay, so the good people are being persecuted, slandered, and targeted and assassinated and sabotaged all the time, non-stop. It's going on non-stop. Okay, think about it. Think about it really clearly. When someone is being slandered, oops, let's look at this situation here. Why is that person slandered? Why is Joe fucking Rogan trying to slander Elon Musk? Okay, why? How much were you paid? Joe fucking Rogan. Okay, Joe cocaine pushover Rogan. How much were you paid to have to coerce Elon Musk to come to your show? Thank you. The Animal Angels agree. 4444. Spot on. They agree with me. Okay? So how much were you paid for that? For that stunt? For that slander stunt on Elon Musk? And Elon Musk should have never gone there. Okay? He's just way too kind and giving and generous and being there for everyone, no matter how much he is being sabotaged and tricked and slandered and tricked out of his money and so on. He's still there for all of you, no matter what, unconditionally. And you don't even appreciate this. You take your bribe money from the corporate agenda. Here, Joe Rogan, here's another $1 million. Go make Elon Musk look bad to the regular pushover, to the populous body of society, the regular folks that don't put anything, any cause and effect together. Okay? They never think about it. Yes, I love you. Now what? And now what's going on now? What are we doing next now? You could chew that butterfly brush tree limb. That would be an option, but I know that's not interesting enough. That doesn't make enough noise. Now he's going for the bucket. No, don't do it. So I see this happening today just as it was happening in the Middle Ages, and it's sad and it's depressing, and it's important for me to talk about this. And I invite you to meditate and to think out of the box. Okay? Question society, question Joe Rogan, the cocaine pushover. Okay? Question these people. My goodness. Question any kind of interrogating journalist who's set out there just for one thing, to make that interviewed person look bad. Question these interviewers. Not all of them are bad. I like Barbara Walters. Yes, babe, though. There are some nice ones. I like Hugh Hauser. Okay. There are some good ones. I like Bill Moyers, but the majority of them are definitely corporate pushovers, corporate takers. They take corporate money, and then they do what the corporation wants from them. They all slander anyone. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. Here's someone like Elon Musk who tries to make the world a better place. The journalist doesn't care. No, the journalist wants his quick money, and a lot of people are also pushed into not liking Elon Musk or Donald Trump just because their peer group doesn't like Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So for that reason too. So they did extensive tests with people in the field of psychology, and they found out that people will even lie to themselves about something, about whatever it is, whatever they thought was true in the beginning, but the other people think differently, then they will actually lie to themselves and then kid themselves into thinking that what the other people are saying is true. This is what's happening. Okay? Think about this really, really deeply, alone on your couch, and question society. Of course, I came out of that test as the battle axe, because I don't take that kind of shit from anyone. I don't take this philosophical BS from Martin Luther or whoever, from the positive thinking society, or from the utilitarianists. Uh, I don't accept that. I will not push the fat man over the railing. I don't believe in violence, no matter what that violent act might cause or not cause, or prevent or not prevent. That's the moment of now. I'm on the bridge with the fat man, and I'll say to him, don't jump over that fence. Don't jump down there. Don't kill yourself. I care about you. And that's the only way we make the world a better place. Peace out.